girls and boys. Today we are going to read a book that I found called Beatrice's Goat, and it's about a little girl who lives in Africa. We are going to be learning about wants and needs this week. Things that we need are things like water and shelter and food and clothing, but then we're also going to look at things that we want. Things that maybe aren't something necessary to live, but things that make life easier or more comfortable. So we'll take a look at those, and I thought this book was just a perfect start to our lesson. Okay, as I said, it's called Beatrice's Goat. It is by Paige McBriar. If you were to visit the small African village of Kinsinga in the rolling hills of western Uganda, and if you were to take a left at the crossroads and follow a narrow dirt path between two tall banana groves, you would come to the home of a girl named Beatrice. Beatrice lives here with her mother and 5 younger brothers and sisters in a sturdy mud house with a fine steel roof. The house is new. So is the shiny blue wooden furniture inside. In fact, many things are new to Beatrice and her family lately. And it's all because of a goat named Magisa. Beatrice loves everything about Magisa. The feel of her coarse brown and white coat, the way her chin hairs curl just so, and how Magisa gently teases her by butting her knobby horns against Beatrice's hand, thub-thub, like a drumbeat waiting for a song. But there is one reason why Beatrice loves Magisa most of all. In the time before Magisa, Beatrice spent her days helping her mama hoe and plant in the fields, tend the chickens, watch the younger children, and grind the cassava flour that they would take to market to sell. Once in a while, when she was tending baby Pascavia, Beatrice would stop by the schoolhouse. Often the students had carried their long wooden benches outside to work under the cool shade of the jackfruit trees. Then Beatrice would stand quietly off to one side, pretending she was a student too. Oh, how she longed to be a schoolgirl, how she yearned to sit on one of the benches and figure sums on a small slate chalkboard, how she wished to turn the pages of a worn copybook and study each word over and over until it stuck in her mind like a burr. I'll never be able to go to school, she would sigh. How could I ever save enough money to pay for books or a uniform? One day, when Beatrice was busy pulling weeds, Mama came to her with dancing eyes. Beatrice, some kind-hearted people from far away have given us a lucky gift. We are one of 12 village families to receive a goat. Beatrice was puzzled. A goat? What kind of gift was a goat? It couldn't get up each morning and start their charcoal fire for cooking. It couldn't hike down to the stream each week and scrub their dirty clothes clean. It couldn't keep an eye on Grace, Moses, Harriet, Joash, and Pascavia. Her long fingers tugged patiently at the weeds. That's very nice, Mama, she said politely. Then Mama added, it will be your job to take care of our goat. If you do, it can bring wonderful things. Beatrice looked up at her mother. Will this goat come soon? She asked. Because I would like to meet such a goat. Mama laughed. Good things take time. First, I must plant pastures and build our goat a shed. Beatrice nodded slowly. Surely Mama knew what she was doing. I will help you, she declared. For the next few months, Beatrice worked harder than ever. She helped Mama collect the posts for the shed walls, then lashed the posts together with banana fibers. She planted narrow bands of stiff elephant grass along the edges of their cassava field. She put in pigpen trees and lablab vines between the banana trees. I bet you were hearing a lot of new words like Miss Mo is hearing. Different vegetation than what we have. Finally, one day, Beatrice's goat arrived, fat and sleek as a ripe mango. Beatrice stood shyly with her brothers and sisters, then stepped forward and circled the goat once. She knelt close, inspecting its round belly, and ran her hand along its smooth back. "Mama says you are a lucky gift," she whispered. "So that is what I will name you. Magisa, luck." 2 weeks later, Magisa gave birth. It was Beatrice who discovered first one kid, and then, to her surprise, another. "Twins!" she exclaimed, stooping down to examine them. "See that, my Magisa? You have already brought us 2 wonderful things." Beatrice named the first kid Mulinda Wa, which means expected, and the second Kihembo, or surprise. Each day, Beatrice made sure Magisa got extra elephant grass and water to help her produce lots of milk, even though it meant another long trip down to the stream and back. When the kids no longer needed it, Beatrice took her own first taste of Magisa's milk. Sweet," she said, mixing the rest into her cup of breakfast porridge. Beatrice knew Magisa's milk would keep them all much healthier. Now each morning after breakfast, Beatrice would head off to the shed to sell whatever milk was left over. "Open for business," she would say, in case anyone was listening. Often she would spy her friend, Bunane, coming through the banana groves. "Good morning, Beatrice, Magisa. Expected and surprise?" Bunane would always say. Then he would hand Beatrice a tall pail that she would fill to the top with Magisa's milk. When Beatrice finished pouring, Bunane, I'm so sorry, guys, would hand her a shiny coin, and Beatrice would carefully tuck the money into the small woven purse at her side. Day after day, week after week, Beatrice watched the purse get fuller. Soon there would be enough money for a new shirt for Moses and a warm blanket for the bed she shared with Grace. Let's stop and think for a minute that she is saving this money for a shirt and a blanket. Do you think those are needs, or do you think they are wants? One day, Beatrice returned from collecting water and noticed Mama frowning and counting the money in her woven purse. Beatrice put down the water can and rushed to her mother's side. "Mama, what is it?" she asked. "What's wrong?" As she looked up, Mama's frown turned to a small smile. "I think," she said, "you may just have saved enough to pay for school." "School?" Beatrice gasped in disbelief. "But what about all the other things we need?" "First things first," Mama said. Beatrice threw her arms around her mother's neck. "Oh, Mama, thank you." Then she ran to where her goat stood chewing her cud and hugged her tight. "Oh, Magisa," she whispered, "today I am the lucky one. You have given me the gift I wanted most." The very next week, Beatrice started school. On the first morning that she was to attend, she sat proudly waiting for milk customers in her new yellow blouse and blue jumper, Magisa by her side. Beatrice felt nervous and excited at the same time. Magisa pressed close, letting her coarse coat brush softly against Beatrice's cheek. "Oh, Magisa," Beatrice cried, "I'll miss you today." Then she thought again about all the good things Magisa was bringing. Mama said that soon Surprise would be sold for a lot of money. "It will be enough to tear down this old house," she had explained. "We will be able to put up a new one with a steel roof that won't leak during the rains." Beatrice heard a rustle and noticed Bunane heading toward her with his empty milk pail. He eyed her new uniform and sighed. "You're so lucky. I wish I could go to school." Beatrice reached out and touched Bunane's arm. "I've heard that your family is next in line to receive a goat." A smile crossed Bunane's face. "Really?" "Really." Then Beatrice kissed Magisa on the soft part of her nose, close to where her chin hairs curled just so, and started off to school. There is a afterword by Hillary Clinton that is written, and I just thought I would read it because this is very interesting and has to do with people in need across our globe. So I thought I'd read it to you really quick. I'm going to probably have to hold it to keep it still. Several years ago, Heifer International, an organization I have known and admired for a long time, invited Paige McBriar and Lori Lostoser to East Africa to research a children's picture book. Beatrice's Goat, a true story about a 9-year-old Ugandan girl, is the result of that trip. It is a heartwarming reminder that families, wherever they live, can change their lives for the better. To do it, they need 3 things: resources, training, and community support. Through Heifer, Beatrice's family received all 3. They received a goat that provided nutrition and income, knowledge of how to care for this precious gift without harming the environment, and a supportive community that looks forward to sharing the benefits as Mugisa's offspring multiply and are given to an ever-widening circle of families. Now that Beatrice and her brothers and sisters have milk to drink, they are no longer malnourished. The steady income from the sale of the extra milk has allowed Beatrice to attend school for the first time, as well as assuring her family that there will always be money to buy badly needed medicine, clothing, and supplies. Soon another family and another will enjoy these same benefits. In my travels across this country and around the world, I have seen there are still too many children who lack the opportunity to grow up with good health, a quality education, and a hopeful future. The story of Beatrice is an invitation to all of us to support those efforts that provide resources, educate families, and lift community spirits. Okay, I sure hoped you liked that book, and it kind of showed us a little bit about how other people live in a very far away place in Africa and how their basic needs are not always met. We have a lot of our wants that were taken away from us during this time of quarantine, but most of us are able to have those basic needs of shelter and food and clothing and things like that. So it's just a good reminder for us all to be very thankful. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you understand a little bit more about the differences between needs and wants as you go through the week and study a little bit more and read a little bit more. But y'all have a blessed day, guys. Love you.